And if you thought the markets couldn't get any worse, you may be in for a rude awakening today.
That's right. The Dow futures, which that's the trading that happens before the market opens, fell so low this morning that a circuit breaker kicked in, stopping them from dropping any further. Now, obviously, that's not a good sign when the market opens. It all comes after overseas indexes plunged this morning. Japan down nearly 10%, Hong Kong more than 8%, London's FTSE way off as well, and in Russia, trading had to be halted. So it's gotten bad.
We're going to go right to the New York Stock Exchange where CNBC's Aaron Burnett is standing by. Aaron, good morning, and what is going on?
Meredith, that is a great question. I must be honest with you. It isn't as if anything dramatic or sudden happened overnight to say this is the catalyst for this sort of a drop. But the reality of the situation is more negative news out of Asia. We keep talking about what's going to hold us back from a massive global recession. The answer to that question is China needs to keep growing. We found out overnight there was a big drop in steel demand in China. That's a problem also around the world in the United Kingdom. Clear signs that economy is in a deep recession. Its currency is at the weakest level since 1971. So when you put all that together, it adds to uncertainty, it adds to fear about earnings, about the economy, about markets, and that's what you're seeing around the world. And it really started in Asia and has now spread here, as you were just talking about. A dramatic morning so far.
How far would the Dow have to fall today for trading to be halted on Wall Street?
And that is the key question. And as you and Matt were talking about, in futures trading, which is really people can trade electronically to bet where the market will go when it opens, you can't go any lower than where you are right now. So we're not going to go any lower than where we are. At 9:30, though, the market will open. And if we drop about 1,100 points, Meredith, then we would have the market halted for another half hour. These are things they call circuit breakers. They set them every quarter based on the level of the market to try to determine what would be an extreme level of distress. So that level today is an 1,100-point drop for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And if that happens, that would bring us down to levels of about 7,500 for the Dow.
You know, you brought up the word recession. I'm reading in some articles today, economists saying we are definitely already in a recession, that this is the sign that we're there.
I think it's fair to say we are, and we have been we're right in the middle of earnings season right now, so more CEOs have been coming out and talking about the state of their business. Yesterday, the CEO of Union Pacific said, well, I can raise prices, and that's a good thing, but there is no question right now we are in the middle of a recession in this country, and as I indicated, you're seeing that around the world. We could go into a global recession with places like China and India still growing a little bit, but any sign of decline you see in those countries is going to be incredibly significant, Meredith, and the question right now is, how long will the recession last in this country? How deep will the recession be? No one knows the answers to those questions. And if you don't know how you're going to grow as a company and you don't know how you're going to make money, how can anyone know what the right price is? And that's what you're really seeing today in a little microcosm.
All right, Aaron Burnett, thank you very much for explaining that this morning.